Hey guys, welcome back to Cultivation with Christy. I'm Christy. I'm out here in the garden. It's been a while since we've been out here. It's wayward and crazy and overgrown, but today we're out here not to plant veggies and fruits, but another reason. I'm going to test my soil. I got this cheap little soil test from Ace Hardware, and I got my mason jars, and we're gonna collect the dirt and test the soil. The directions on this test say 1 part soil, 5 parts water, and you want to dig down 4 inches for your vegetable beds. They've seen my husband or the dog. They're screaming. So, that's what I'm going to do. I got 7 jars. I'm going to do 1 out of that bed. 1 out of that bed. 3, 1 from the end, 1 from the middle. Maybe 1 from that end if the bees will let me. And then 2 of these beds. Since these beds should all be the same. This technically should be the same too, but anyway, that's what we're gonna do. Alright, what I'm gonna do first is measure. You hear me talking into my jaws? My trusty ruler over here near the ground cherry. And the instructions said try not to touch the soil with your hands. Is that gonna help? And you want 1 part soil to 5 parts water. So I'm just gonna use the measurements on the side of the mason jar. Trying to keep the big wood chips and stuff out. It's a little more than 1. You can see that I'm measuring by the marks on the jar. There, that's about 1. So I have labeled my jar, and I'm going to do that for the rest of the 6 jars. Then we'll go inside, fill it up with 5 parts water, and then give it a good stir and let it sit for a couple of hours, and then add our little color test, which I'll show you all that in a little bit. Okay, so I got my 7 samples all ready to go. I ended up doing the back 3 here, bed 2, no, bed 1, bed 2, 3, bed 4, 6, 5, 6, and 7 is the one back here in the back. And hopefully, if these are good, I'm gonna plant some fall stuff in this one, and maybe this one this weekend after I harvest the sweet potatoes. If these 3 are drastically different, then I'm gonna come back and go ahead and test this one and try to amend it depending on what it needs. If they all need too much, then it is what it is. And then I'm trying to find, I think this is a 2-foot. Guess I can check it while I'm out here. But obviously the one bed that I bought on Marketplace that was wood is now falling apart. So yeah, this is a 2 by 1 by 8. I may use some of the pieces that were left over from this build to fix this one, because it looks like it's just this end that's falling apart course, the sides were always falling apart to where the soil was falling out, so I may just need to go ahead and fix it. But anyway, let's go in and get these in some water. Alright, I got my 7 jars, my test. I've got distilled water because that's what it said. So we've got 1 part soil, which is about a half a cup, or 1 cup. We're going to do 2.5 cups of water in each. So guys, it's the next morning, like I just kind of showed you. You fill both chambers with the water, then you put in the color coordinated capsule in the test chamber, which is the little side, and you shake it and you let it sit for 10 minutes. Now I've got some pictures because I did not take video of that part. As you can see from the pictures, every bed pretty much is depleted of everything. So I'm going to have to get a pretty strong fertilizer and figure out if I need to amend it now and let it sink in, or if I amend it too early, is it just going to wash out? So I'll let you know and take you along in that journey, and see if we get some better stuff. But as you'll see in the next video, the sweet potatoes did really well this year. I left them in a little bit too long, so some things will still grow in it, but I'd like to do better for next year to get a really good tomato harvest, so maybe I can can my own tomatoes. But anyway, I'll keep you updated on this journey, but that's how you do a very rudimentary soil test. You can get the kind on Amazon that you send off and they give you much more detailed in that, but I kind of figured that it was gonna go this way, so I just did the basic one. Like I said, I'll keep you updated on what I add and when I add it, but for now, thanks for hanging out, guys.